On this Valentine's Day, maybe you want to ditch those dating apps. A new survey finds many people are finding love while playing video games online. PubNub, a real-time communication platform, found that at least 40% of gamers have started some type of relationship with another player, all thanks to the chat function within those games. For more on these findings, I'm joined now live by the CEO and co-founder of PubNub, Todd Green. Todd, thanks so much for coming on today. We appreciate it. It certainly looks like a whole lot of folks are connecting through these video game experiences. Were you surprised by what you found in this survey?
Yeah, absolutely. Happy Valentine's Day, and thanks for having us on. Yeah, it was actually really surprising. You know, as a company that started as a technology company that just thought about the bits and bytes of moving chat messages around. In fact, I think we deliver something like 1.9 trillion chat messages a month. You know, we never really thought about where the implications were. And as we started to look specifically into gaming, we realized it was more than just people talking about, you know, what their next game player move was. We did a survey and we found out that, you know, gamers are using games as a social platform, as a way to meet people. And it's breaking through the stereotypes of kind of the loner gamer sitting in a room alone.
And it certainly has changed quite a bit. I mean, I remember playing video games, as you say, it was kind of this solitary experience in many cases, but now it's a way to socialize with people around the world. What kind of stories have you heard when you did this survey? What are you hearing from gamers about who they met online? What kind of long-term relationships, marriages are happening as a result of these connections?
You know, everyone's got a story, right? We spoke to a woman who actually relocated to Finland to live with a significant other she met online. It started as a kind of a casual game conversation. And, you know, as humans do, they're always striving for social connections. So she, you know, started to have an engagement around a conversation around what, you know, tell me more about your life. And next thing you know, like any other chat platform, any other conversation, you know, it turned into something more. And again, it wasn't one story. You know, we saw across the people we surveyed, you know, something like 40% of people have established long-term friendships. I think something like 8% of the people we surveyed actually found their long-term significant other or spouse through a game platform. And if you think about it, it's not really that surprising, right? Because gaming is something that's taking more and more people's time across a wide range of demographic. It's no longer just a teenage boy, which was the stereotype 20 years ago. There's, you know, men and women from all age groups playing games, and as it takes their hours of their day, they're looking for human connection, and so we're seeing that across, you know, a lot of examples.
And did the respondents feel that were they more comfortable, you know, sparking up that conversation, beginning that conversation, trying to make a connection in an online setting as opposed to an in-person meeting?
Well, that's a really good question. You know, I think that there is that, you know, striving for human connection, and some people are more comfortable, you know, doing that online. But we did find that over 60% of people still found that an in-person experience, meeting someone, was more pleasurable or more rewarding psychologically than meeting someone online. But that doesn't preclude the fact that there's a ton of people playing games and spending a lot of time. You know, our mission actually at PubNub is to try to make that 60% go down, meaning we want to create an online experience that is even better than the real world. But obviously today, sitting across the table from someone or at a bar or a restaurant is still going to be a more engaging way to establish relationships. But the other side of it was we found, and this is really interesting, that 60% or more, I think it was like 65% of people made a big decision about whether or not to play a game based on whether it had chat functionality.
Right.
So if they couldn't socially interact with people, they were less interested in playing the game.
Yeah, clearly that seems pretty important to a lot of gamers to be able to make that connection with folks in the online realm. We appreciate you coming on and sharing the results of this survey. It's good to know that folks are finding love and connecting through video games these days.
Well, that's a good thing for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely, it's perfect. Happy Valentine's Day to you once again. That's Todd Green, the CEO and co-founder of PubNub. Take care. Thank you.
Thanks.